Howdy, y'all. Yes, I'm over here by Lefty because we're going to do a little addendum to the Lefty saga. And an addendum is we need to tamp these pre-combustion chambers in.
And now that somebody's back from gallivanting off into the Arctic Greenland, we can get back to work here.
Looks like Lefty's got about 6 hours on it total.
Let's get the hood, the intake, and the exhaust off of here.
We're just going to take out one injector at a time, tamp the pre-combustion chamber, and move on to the next.
These things are so useful, these little plugs for the top of the injectors. I'm really happy I have them.
I'm going to blow this off with compressed air. We got to be real careful we don't dump anything inside here on top of the pistons.
Did it come right out?
Yeah.
What's it look like?
Well, it looks like it's burning okay. It's kind of sooty. Looks fairly clean.
Got my trusty homemade puller. We're going to pull this pre-combustion chamber out of here.
Is it coming out easy? Looks like it is.
Yeah, it's coming out a little too easy.
Yeah, I see it moving already.
Yeah. That shouldn't come out that easy.
Well, they have been recently put in, but...
Hopefully we don't have any water in there that's going to fall in this cylinder.
I drained it down pretty good. I can't imagine there's any water.
What the heck here? I hope we didn't hit the valve cover. You did.
Oh, no.
That's all right. Well, we'll deal with it. We're going to take the valve cover off because
I don't know what it is about this valve cover.
Remember, Big Stripes knocked it off right after we painted it and we refixed it. I still love that cat. It's just bound and determined to get nicked.
It's dry in there. I mean, there's a little bit that just come out just now, a drop.
Of antifreeze?
Yeah, that was in the system.
Yeah,
but
I've got it drained down.
that looks fine in there. It looks like it's been dry. Looks like a little bit of gasket material or something, but that ring is not mashed at all. A little bit, maybe.
Surprisingly, I think that this one actually did seal.
And the O-ring doesn't look bad. You can still see the part number 1A2298. I think that what was happening is we were getting compression past this and up into the water system, and then it was just spitting it out the overflow. And that's why the water level would stay consistently lower.
Not seeing any water up here.
And there's no condensation on the top of the valve cover, so that's good news. I'm going to pull the ring out. This one does act like it's smashed in there, Dad. I can't really get under it. Oof, I don't know if I'm going to get it.
All right, then leave it. Here's what we'll do.
Just throw Never Seas on it and tamp it in where it is.
That seal's right here.
Yeah. I think these newer pre-combustion chambers we put in here are sealed nicer, because you can see how tight it pressed.
While I was gone, Dad cleaned out the part washers. The cleaner had to clean.
Oh, and he been working on the wiring on the Chevy truck, so we got it running again. That'll be in a video in the future.
We're gonna go out into the can and see if we can find an old injector we can use to tamp that in with.
Hey, head case. How you doing, old man? Injectors right here. Those are out of 4G6667. Here's some we got out of Lefty. Now, I wrecked one of these when I took it apart, because they had these weird clips in them to hold them together, and I didn't realize it. None of these are good. Yeah, this is the one I wrecked. Take this one. We sprayed this with copper coat when we installed it, and you can clearly see it did not mash when we put it in there. It mashed enough to keep it from leaking, but we're going to get this cleaned up and just go ahead and reinstall it.
We're both kind of hoping that we find one of these cylinders where we can visibly see where either combustion or something was leaking past.
What do I do with my light?
You mean my light?
No, I got mine right there.
This is mine. Let's just say
There's a constant struggle for pocket flashlights here at LAOL. They don't last very long.
I don't know why that is either.
I don't either.
And it ain't that I've dropped it or anything. It just...
Dad's very abusive to pocket flashlights.
See some of your copper coat in there.
Yeah, I think that helped.
Yeah, it probably did. But it's not seated.
It's not the proper way to do it. We're going to liberally coat everything with the anti-seize, the silver stuff, and reinstall it. If our lathe was working, we would make one of the install tools like that one there. And that's the official Cat tamping tool. But we've heard everybody just uses an old injector, and that's what we did on Whiskers over there, so I think we're going to do that again. There's our V mark. We'll make sure we do that right. We don't want pre-combustion chambers banging on the pistons.
No, valves are bad enough.
It's very hard to see under this paint, but that V right there next to the stud for the injector hold down, that's what we need to line it up with.
My big hand covers it up. I can't see. Okay, this is the bottom, I can tell. Put some on this guy as well. Should have had my gloves on.
Yeah. This stuff's got cobalt in it, and that's not good for you. All the problems, all the headaches we've had have been due to two things on this engine. The heads crack easy. They have problems in the water jacket where they rot out and rust through. But I think most of our problems, probably Dad would agree, have been these pre-combustion chambers not being tamped in correctly.
I think so.
Okay, you got your copper ring installed. So it's going to get coated with anti-seize too.
Yep. This whole thing down here.
I don't think it would hurt to put it in that seam where they rust out either.
Right here?
Yeah. You do the whole stem down there?
Yep, I did on that tractor. There's my V.
Okay.
Which is hard to see, which lines up right there.
All right, here's an old Lefty injector. This will probably be the last time since it's in this tractor, hopefully. We're going to put just a drop of oil on the threads on these. So I got the torque wrench set up. We're going to torque this to 45 foot-pounds, so I was right about that from the get-go. So that's an old Lefty injector, so we're not damaging a good injector when we do this. Unlike the first time Dad did this.
Yes, I didn't know. I just keep going even. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Buckle my shoe. 3, 4. Open the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, open the gate. I don't remember.
I never knew that.
9, 10, hello again. Did you bottom out?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Give it the old tappity tap. Tappity tappity tap.
Now you start with the torque. You got this set at 40 or 45?
45.
45 is fine.
Oh yeah, it's going more. It doesn't click.
That's okay. We're not down yet.
Oof. I don't know what I don't like about watching this.
That's how it's done.
And we're using a brass hammer for this.
That should be pushing down.
Yeah, but you're pushing on the bottom part of the injector. See? With this
oh,
spacer.
the top. Okay, yeah.
I'm surprised it hasn't clicked off.
They take a lot. There it went.
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is.
Okay, now watch.
There's just something unnerving about that.
Now watch. See how much? See there? It went a little more.
Yeah.
There it went.
There it clicked. Wow, this is crazy. It's going just a touch more every time.
You do this until. See now that and quit.
Yeah.
Let's do one more for good measure. See, I got more.
Yeah.
See?
Interesting. It's kind of a strange procedure.
There, that barely moved.
There it goes. I think you're getting it now.
Yeah. I think I'm going to do one more. Yeah, I think done.
That's good now.
That one's tight.
You know, and you can see that there's a little bit more reveal on these studs than the ones in here. These are almost flush. In fact, this one's a little less than flush.
All right, she's not wanting to move now. I think we're done. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're done now.
That's done.
Because the last time neither one of them moved.
Yeah.
Would it take about 6, 7 rounds?
I think it was like 5 or 6 evolutions.
That's a huge step we've been missing this whole time.
Yeah.
And I think it's been the root of a lot of our problems with this tractor and Whiskers over there, Lefty and Whiskers. And you could really see why they changed to the thread-in pre-combustion chambers on the, I think, 2Ts, 5Ts, maybe even later 7Js. We found out because of a comment in a video and talking to Chad up at Antique Crawler Parts. Like, this is not a common knowledge thing about these pre-combustion chambers. So, and it's also something that most people won't mess with, these D4400 engines, this era engines and this type of pre-combustion chambers, because they are problematic and the heads are problematic.
See how good I am at 45 foot-pounds.
All right, let's see.
Not very good.
No, you failed this one.
Oh, I got a shorter handle.
Doesn't look terrible in there. See, I don't know if that's a residual that just dripped down in there. So that ring came out super easy, no problem, and it almost looked like you could see on the bottom where maybe combustion had been leaking. So that might have been our culprit. It's not hardly squished at all. I think number 4 was okay. I think that one actually worked.
Sealed. It wasn't squished much, but it was sealed enough.
Yeah, it was working. So number 3 is definitely a culprit.
There's a little bit of antifreeze down in there. I'm going to use my 1U5718 Caterpillar oil sample siphon and see if I can suck it out of there. This is actually part of an oil sample kit we have left over from our excavating days. And we used to do this all the time and then send the samples to the Caterpillar lab so we can see how our engines and transmissions and final drives are doing.
There's some in there.
That's about all that was in there.
Yeah, there's a few drops in there yet, but we got it cleaned up pretty good. LAOL, make and model, D4. Equipment number, 1 of 15. D4 4G? Question mark, serial number, 4G9986. And sample taken from top of piston. Date taken today. Meter reading 8 hours. Quantity coolant. We've added a few gallons, so maybe 3. Extended life coolant extender added. Nope. Supplement added. Nope. Coolant changed. Yes. Filter changed. No. Hours or miles on coolant. Probably 2. Okay. We'll send that one in.
Obviously, I'm kidding, folks. I'm not going to send that in. It's a joke. But we have a lot of those sample kits left over from the excavating business. You know you have the O-ring upside down. The numbers are upside down, Dad. We should redo that.
Just got to stand on your head.
Yeah, it is wet down there on the bottom, but I don't know if that's what it dripped. A little bit of sediment in here. There's just a little that dripped in it just now, but all it takes really is for a little bit of combustion to seep into there. Hopping off and on these tracks is, well, I've been doing that for the last 3 months.
At least they're not icy. That's nice. A little bit of a muggy, ominous day. Just got a tornado warning on my phone. I was just gonna walk out and see if I could see. They're usually not anywhere close, although Jolene did capture one south of here a few weeks ago while I was in Greenland. And I'll see if I can put that footage in here. I don't see any immediate issues here. If we do get them, and the last one we got was over there, but there's a little place over here. There's no houses over there, but they seem to like to grow right there. I'm gonna put the backhoe in just in case, because there's a lot of glass on this thing. And I've noticed when we do get severe weather here, a good indicator is our road is on a hill, our house, and the storm chasers come up and they'll like line up the whole road. These 3 are done. The only one so far that we've seen anything that might be definitive is number 3, but I guess it would only take one. We're gonna get number 1 out of here, and we're gonna have to get creative with the tool because this fuel tower is in the way. They said there's a tornado actually just south of us. Kind of about where I thought they would be.
Right on cue. Storm chasers parked on the road. I knew it.
Well, we got one injector to do, but this is far more entertaining, at least for us. Sorry, folks. As long as we flip it around, it'll clear here.
Is that our leaker?
I don't know.
Oh, look at the black around that came past the...
Looks like
The
it,
soot
don't.
came past the copper ring at the bottom. Same thing, the washer's barely crushed. I'll pull it out of there. Look around there, there's a little bit of soot. And maybe it was leaking some compression into the water system.
So that's all 4 of them. We tamped all those pre-combustion chambers in. I think tomorrow we're going to run this thing, but we're not going to do it today. It's a little wet out there now.
We got to put a little water in here.
I mean, it's nice and clean. There's nothing on the bottom of this stick.
What are you putting on over here?
Pony motor exhaust flapper, rain cap. So I painted this one up here a few weeks ago, and we'll just stick it on here.
Check our oil in the fuel pump. It's good. It's in there.
Okay, old Ford, I guess you're going to have to come out of here next.
She still looks pretty good for a 30-year-old paint job.
Cleaner cleaning. Interesting to note, before I left to Greenland, I had saturated this thing with oil. I think after we run it today, I'm going to give it another coat because it is bone dry. Of course, we live in a desert here. Been dry climate. It's been hot. Only the best for Lefty.
Left side final drive's taking a little oil. The right side was still full.
Gas on pony motor, about half throttle. Mag is on, which I usually forget. We'll choke it.
So far, so good. Dad's gonna do one of our favorite things to do around here, and that's drag the driveway. We still got one ornery track link, but I think that'll work itself out eventually too. I feel like this is a good day to get AirCat out. Very good news. The water level's staying exactly where it was. The thermostat's opened up. It's running cool. It's a cool day. We're not working it very hard. Started wet stacking again. So which leads me to the belief that it was always wet stacking. It's just that the pre-combustion chambers were letting enough probably water into the system that it was washing it out and getting down into the crankcase. But that oil is crystal clear. So I think we're done running it around. We're going to bring it back in the shop and retorque the pre-combustion chambers down, the injector holders, and probably maybe even retorque the head. Got my torque wrench sent to 45. Ought to be able to do a 45 and 45. Hooah! Ooh.
Did it move?
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to keep them torqued. They ain't moving much.
A little bit. This one didn't. That first one did. A little bit.
Well, we can't smack them anymore. Unless
yeah, they're going a little bit.
Why don't you, in the morning, come out and crack the plug and see what comes out of the drain pan?
I don't want to.
I know, I don't either, but that's the scary thing.
You know what? I'll wait till you come back out and you can do it.
Of course. Let me have the sinking stomach.
7 heading to 8. I must have adjusted this right, because now it's snapping in and staying, so we're not going to mess with it. Got a part right here that Buster kindly donated to Lefty here, and what this is a guard that goes underneath and mounts between the radiator and the engine. So we're going to go ahead and put that on. Dad's got some paint on it. I've got a little repair there where it was cracked where I fixed it already. You better believe it. Genuine Cat bolts. Genuine Cat reliability. Thank you so much for cleaning up that wet stacking cleaner.
You're most welcome.
And Buster, I must say the billy pan for the radiator and the pony motor exhaust cover, well, they look quite sophisticated. Well, shucks, Lefty. You're more than welcome. Those don't fit my personality anyway. I'm more of a rugged individualist. One small thing we did notice when I was bleeding the injectors and everything is that this fan shroud vibrates a little bit right here. We're just going to loosen the bolts, put a piece of weather stripping or something behind there to dampen it. Barring any unforeseen circumstances, are we going to make the show?
Oh, yeah.
At least with Lefty.
Yes, It depends on what you get out of that plug in the morning.
Usually there's water coming out by now when we had a little antifreeze in here. Whoa. Excellent news! Just good clean oil, folks. No more antifreeze in here. I think our pre-combustion chamber thing fixed it.
That's enough, Dad. You're going to wear out the paint. Put the rags down and step away from the D4. I'll be honest, I think Grandpa and I kind of quit cleaning stuff because when we did clean stuff, we didn't do it right.
Well, that was planned. So that, well, here, then you do it if we're not doing it right. That was all in the plan.
Maybe a little.
You and Grandpa, it's just going to get dirty anyway. Why you want to clean it?
Well, yeah. Grandpa and I...
It's good enough.
It is good enough. I mean, it's a little speckled, but it's character. It's art.
I need to tap into my French-Swiss artistic side and put a coat of motor oil on this belt pulley to keep it from drying out. Uh-huh. It is a masterpiece, no? I really hate covering up such a priceless work of art. Dad.
What?
I just said I'm going to film this.
Oh.
And you got to clean.
I thought you were setting up the camera.
No, I'm set up.
Oh, sorry.
Clean it.
Give it the old tappity tap.